Decided to switch it up for y'all. Got some commentary on some Marvel Rivals gameplay. I've been playing games for years, and it seems like people don't use mics anymore these days, especially in competitive games where communication is essential. And I figured we talk about it. See if we can't deep dive the psychology behind why people don't talk on mics no more. Now, if you a gamer like me, you know about COD. The old COD lobbies used to be crazy, especially after the game. During the game, the trash talk was insane, a little bit racist, a little offensive, but you had fun. Nobody was afraid to. Nobody was afraid to get on the mic. Who cared about how you sounded? Who cared what came out your mouth? Even if you sucked at the game, you still got on that mic and you talk some shit. People don't do that no more. You can't. It's like you can't say anything. I ran into a situation while I was playing Marvel Rivals today. Well, I mean, we had a little exchange, but hey, it's just a game. And I got a warning about foul language. 35 years old. Really? Anyway, like I said, even though it was toxic, it was bonding. It was bonding. And what you're watching is me and my homie doing some ranked gameplay. The only people talking is me and of course we talking to each other. But anytime we go into the lobby and say, "Hey, you got a mic?" Nothing. Silence. I be wondering if people scared of their voice. Is it the toxicity of the culture? Are you afraid of being offended or offending someone? Have you dealt is it a traumatic response? You scared of your own voice? Yeah, it's a ping system, but a ping system can't tell me that you getting attacked on your back line by Iron Man and he ran off to the left or he going towards the health pack. The ping system is as intricate as it is. It's not that detailed. You can't come up with game plans with the ping system. You can't come up with strategies with the ping system. You can't discuss which characters we may need to swap to with the ping system. In order to do all that, I would have to stop and type it out, and that prevents me from being able to play the game. And who wants to wait till a round is over to go back in? Now we lost a round, and now we got to talk about switching stuff up through typing. Well, we could just get on the mic and say it. And I did have a thought, and this is not a jab or nothing. Gamer dudes are weird, and Marvel Rivals has a higher percentage of women gamers than gaming used to be overall. And dudes hit these females, and they get to talking crazy. Some of them get sexual. Some of them make asshole comments about skill level. And I've seen some cold ass females in this game. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to be like that. You ain't got to. Why you got to make it weird, bro? I don't know. That's just me. Anyway, so, and I've been thinking about this a lot lately. It seems as though modern gaming there's pressure around it. Pressure to be the best player. Ever since streaming and virality came about and pro leagues, and we learned that what they told us when we was kids wasn't necessarily true, or rather they didn't know that things would become this way. But we used to get told ain't no future in gaming. Yeah, I remember growing up, get off that game. Go outside. You can't make none of yourself playing the game. Now look, it's millionaires off video games. It's insane to me. But with that rise in opportunity, there's a trade-off. Now, it ain't just for fun no more. It ain't just a handful of people participating in tournaments and trying to join teams and shit like that. Now everybody think they're gonna be the next Casanat or the next Asu. or whatever popular streamer is now, based off game skill, when it's a little bit more than that. The pressure to be good is insane. Nobody wants to post their gameplay because they feel like they may get dogged out or talked about so badly. But I mean, unless you going pro, you know, being good at the game or not don't really affect your real life. It doesn't. It shouldn't be all this pressure around it. Everybody can't go pro, just like the NFL, just like the NBA, just like becoming a rapper or entertainer, actor. Everybody can't do it. It's not guaranteed. Clips, stats, it's insane the way that it is now. And I think that's a part of the reason why people don't get on the mic no more. And even when people get on the mic, they usually dicks. Like you can get on the mic and say, hey, we need a better strategy or we need a plan, rather than just outright calling somebody trash. That's gonna instantly get you resistance. Instead of just vibing, being cool about it. I'll be the first person to switch off a character if I know I'm being terrible. I main strategist and healer. I can flex other roles, but if I'm playing DPS or tank, I ain't getting no picks, or I ain't absorbing enough damage, or I ain't taking enough space, and I know I'm kind of causing the team to fail, I go to my main role. I ain't got no problem. Or if nobody wants to pick up one of the off roles, I pick it up. I solo tank a lot. That's part of the game. There's 6 people on the team. And I feel like communication is key. I feel like communication is so necessary. I changed my name to Cons Before Death, because it seems as though the only time people wants to get on the mic is when they get smoked. And it's annoying. You had all this space and opportunity to communicate. But as soon as you smoke and we lose the game, you want to talk. Why you didn't do that before? Why you got so much to say now? We could have had a good dialogue during the game. Now I'm irritated. The game over with. We lost. Ain't no going back. And now here's why I think it is really deep. The internet has taught us to self-censor ourselves. We're afraid of being clipped. We're afraid of being canceled. The internet is ruthless. They gonna make you feel it. If you say one wrong thing, even in video games, you gotta be tactful in what you say. It ain't like it used to be no more, and it sucks. I personally don't believe it should be that way. We are adults. Life itself will kick your ass. So why should we walk around censoring ourselves for fear of offending someone? That's part of life. When you go out to the world and when you enter the public, you risk being offended. I heard some lady on the video say that once. I can't think of her name. But the wisdom from that is crazy. Hey, I'm a grown man. If there's something that I need to say, I'm gonna say it on the microphone. I ain't got no problem with it. I know how to be respectful in my approach. I know how to talk to people the right way. It's almost like we've gotten so deep into online culture that we've forgotten how to just communicate as adults and human beings. Conflict resolution. You ain't got to always agree. But don't mean you gotta be a dick about it. And that brings me to my next point. People may actually want the initiation, but no longer feel comfortable initiating it. I'm sorry. People may actually want the interaction, but don't feel comfortable initiating it because they don't know what they'll receive on the other end. We spend more time online than directly interacting with each other these days. I felt it when I live streamed the other day. Nobody came through, just my girlfriend. And I keep it real with you. On the inside, I was like, damn, I wish somebody come by and talk to me. Because it's difficult to just sit there and just monologue for hours. It is. What I do is conversational. It needs dialogue. And I strongly believe that there are many others who crave the same thing, but they don't know how to do it. Gaming used to be that bridge. One of my closest friends I got from gaming. But it'd be hard for people to make connections these days because of the way the culture is. Fear of embarrassment, fear of being exposed, fear of being called lame or cringe or corny, or you say the wrong thing and now someone flies off the handle because they got 17 different identities. It's okay, get on the mic. Chop it up with us. We really be cool people. I know I be. I don't get into exchanges unless somebody like blatantly tries to disrespect or insult me. Other than that, we be chilling. And you still run into the people who default to the racial insults. Yeah, we laugh about it. I just tell them make it funny. If you gonna do it, at least make me laugh. Don't be coming in here with these weak ass black jokes. Come on. Give me a gut buster, buddy. But I'm just saying. And here's what really bugs me about rivals. I had an exchange with somebody earlier. What goal do you have in mind? What result are you wanting? Here's exactly what happened. I was playing Gambit. He said I went healing. Gambit is by far one of the best healers in the game. Top level people know this. That's why Gambit constantly gets banned. Anyway, 22,000 healing. So I'm like, what's your solution, bro? What's your solution? Instead of complaining, what's the solution? Don't just outright get on here and just say, oh, you suck, you trash, you ain't doing. What are you doing? Where's the accountability here? That's why people don't get on the mic and talk. Because the first thing somebody says when they get on the mic, instead of something encouraging or something positive, you blaming everybody but yourself for the game going wrong. Because of your ego. 9 times out of 10, the best players in the world, they playing with each other. So the rest of us, we pretty average. We in the same pool. That's not how team work. You'll have all 6 of everybody on the team as enemies. Now we can't win the game because we at each other's throats. People don't think about that. And we used to play games to socialize, hang out, have fun, chill with the bros. Now you get on the game, it's gotta be about points. I gotta hit Grandmaster, Predator, Master, Diamond. That's all it is these days. And these matches I played today, they weren't particularly toxic. They were still good. They were still good games. We won a few. There was still some silence. We had a few people get on the mic. A little ego. Ego is prevalent in Marvel Rivals. Everybody think they are the best at this game. And it just had me thinking. This is something I've been thinking about for a while. It just had me thinking. But tell me what you think in the comments. Let me know. Maybe gaming is just reflecting what society is becoming. We're connected. I'm talking about on a civilizational scale. We are connected through the internet, social media, gaming platforms, you name it. But we're isolated. We're present, but we're detached from everything. Talking less, even though we got 1,000,001 ways to communicate. I don't know, I just found it interesting. Subscribe to reality.